Seemingly Discovery Phase 4 is alive in July 11th and will launch worldwide at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That's what that is, right? Players will be able to level up to 60, discover new class runes, enter Molten Core Raid Dungeon to face Ragnaros, and more. What's in store? They're leveling up Discovery Phase 4 with a variety of leveling changes, new rune discoveries, class adjustments, professions, and reputation updates, dungeon updates, PvP class sets, updated events, raid content, world bosses. Level from 50 to 60, you get access to all the classic world zones, you can collect epic mounts, which are the fast mounts to make you move faster. New world buff for Alliance characters at max level, Might of Stormwind increases hit points by 300, 15% haste to melee attacks, 10 mana regen every 5 seconds. The buff does not stack with Warchief's Blessing. So that's just Warchief's Blessing. So in the original version of Classic, there was a buff that only the Horde could get, called Warchief's Blessing. You could get it as Alliance if you got a Horde character to mind control you whilst the buff went off. That was the only way you could get it. There's an update to the Discoverer's Delight buff. So level 1 to 49 will have 150% increased experience. But from 50 to 59, you get 50% increased experience. But yeah, this Might of Stormwind increases hit points. It's just Warchief's Blessing, but for the Alliance. New runes for each class to discover. New Clerk rune. Okay. New currency, Tarnished Undermine Real. This new currency can be earned from most non-rare dungeon bosses over level 55. Once per day to purchase a variety of materials, items, and more. Utility runes. These class-agnostic utility runes will provide additional bonuses to a variety of skills such as weapons or spell to hit, and more. New ring gear slot. Okay, so that's a rune on rings. Okay, cool. Many classes will experience changes such as select runes becoming baseline abilities and new runes will become available. Okay, cool. Profession and reputation updates. New and enhanced profession recipes for Argent Dawn, Thorium Brotherhood, Hydraxian Waterlords, and Timber Horde. I'm glad they're doing something with Hydraxian, because Hydraxian was fucking useless. Blacksmith and leatherworking professions specializations will become interchangeable. Okay, that's cool. Nightmare incursions updated to daily quest hubs instead of what they are currently. Reduced costs for honor granting bloodstain commendations from Blood Moon event. Okay, but the Blood Moon event doesn't get updated to, well, 50. Dungeon updates. Updated rewards and new dungeons available at level 60. The second half of BRD, which is good. The first half you can do at level 50 currently. But it's hard. Blackrock Spire, so we get UBRS and LBRS. Okay. Diamalt and the Three Wings of Diamalt immediately instead of later on. Skullmans, which I love Skullmans. Strathholm, and a new dungeon. I'm excited for the new dungeon. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Felwood. I'll fuck this dungeon for real. Tier 0 armor updates and quest chain available at launch. The Tier 0 armor was a set of dungeon armor that you could get from doing quests in the level 60 dungeons. They updated it to Tier 1.5 later. But we're getting new Tier 0 armor. Okay, cool. Alterac Valley background available. I love Alterac Valley, but Arathi Basin is still my favorite. I'll probably farm Alterac though. PvP class sets for rank 10, so we can only get up to rank 10. And we can't get rank 13 yet, and 14, which is cool. I'm glad they're staggering it. I said I'll fuck the dungeon. That's what I'm gonna do, Junebug. Don't you want me? I'm gonna sneeze. I can taste shaving foam and I hate it. It hasn't even gone in my mouth. Thank you. Okay. New world event. The Blackrock Eruption. The raw power of Ragnar's summoning is causing an upheaval in Blackrock Mountain. Players can experience more of the story behind this upheaval and take part in the recurring event and the associated quests while this event is active. The timed event occurs every 2 hours, with additional creature spawns, daily quests, and bonus honor rewards from PvP within Blackrock Mountain. Increase your reputation with Thorium Brotherhood and access to valuable crafting materials. So just like how they did the PvP event in Stranglethorn Vale, they're doing it in the first raid hub, which is wild. I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna get my cheeks clapped probably, but I will enjoy it. I'm talking really fast. I do apologize, I'm excited. The raid boss schedule. World bosses. Lord Kazakh and Azagos go online on July the 18th at 1 PM, so a week after launch. And they're brand new instance versions of the world bosses. These encounters can be experienced with up to 40 players, but will be tuned to a 20-player content, making them both pick-up friendly for groups. We're also giving players the option to maximize their rewards by attempting with 20 players. Okay. Molten Core and Onyxia's Lair raid dungeons. Okay, so prepare to take on Ragnaros and Onyxia on July 25th at 1 PM. Molten Core is a 20-player dungeon with 10 classic bosses and 1 hidden boss that they're not revealing. Revamp redesigned tier 1 sets, which is the first raid set as opposed to the dungeon set, which is tier 0. And more. Players will also be able to turn up the heat with a new variable difficulty mechanic, allowing players to earn more rewards from undertaking a higher difficulty. Don't forget your fire resist gear, you're going to need it. We'll be adding 1 more surprise to this classic raid dungeon for intrepid adventurers to discover, so 1 new boss. Onyxia will also be adjusted to accommodate 40 or fewer players, with some additional loot adjustments. New raid lockout. So these 2 raids will be on the twice-a-week lockout instead of once, which, if they go to 20 man, I think is fine, but it's still a change that I'm not fond of. I also don't think, like... So what they're doing is they're taking Molten Core... God, my nuts is itchy. From 40 man to 20 man. And putting Onyxia to scale for 20 people, but you can have 40 people. And that's because Onyxia is only 1 boss, I guess, which is the same as Azagos and Lord Kazakh. So the 1 bosses will be like for 40 people, which makes sense. I guess that's probably why they're doing Onyxia. But Molten Core is 20 people with a scaling difficulty. And the higher the difficulty, the more loot you get. I am excited for this. I just hope I hope they don't change Molten Core too much, because Molten Core's fucking fine. It's supposed to be easy as shit. But yeah. It is what it is. I think it looks great. I'm excited. I will be playing it on July the 11th.